y'all, welcome to the Crafty Diamond. I am Debbie. Have you ever wanted to do a diamond painting with a lot of color, but you're not really sure how to even start? Well, if that's the case, then today's video is definitely for you. Or maybe you're just curious and you want to find out more. And in this video, I am going to show you how I kit up my diamond painting Deutschland diamond paintings, and those usually range from 200 colors up to 300. The one that I'm currently working on is 220 colors, and I will put at the top of the eye up here the link where you can go and look and see how I kitted that up, also what it is currently looking like. I do have a playlist for that, but I don't have enough progress to show you today, so I thought this would be perfect to show you how I kit up. Now, there are several ways that you can kit up. Make sure that whatever you do, it works for you. And if you've never kitted up a max color before, then you may have to rearrange a couple of times or even more before you decide what is going to work best for you. Now for me, I have completed 3 large paintings of Diamond Painting Deutschland. Well, actually, I'm working on my 3rd one now. I'm almost done with it, so maybe by the end of April, early part of May, I can say 3 that I've completed from this same company. But I wanted to show you on this one how I do it. And again, do this the way that works for you. There are several videos out there on different ways that creators like to kit theirs up, so check them out as well. But what I have here, I have 4 containers, and I really like these because they are together, so you can't take these apart, but it has its advantages and its disadvantages, because once you put your sticker on here and you put your drills in, you can't just say, oh, I think this should go somewhere else, and just take it apart, because it does not come apart. But what I do is that I have 4 boxes in this case, and when I am diamond painting, I'm going to open them and I'm going to put them all around me. So I'll have my diamond painting here, and it's so large I didn't want to have it out. I wanted you to be able to see this a little better. And I do put these in specific order, so I know exactly which box is where. And that took a little while too, but once you get to where you're working on it a lot, then you will get to where you know where your drills are. And then this one, I'll try to make it in frame if I can. You can't see the first one and the 4th one very well, but maybe if I do this one like this, you can see a little bit of it. But that's what I do. I have it just spread out around me. And what I will do is I look on the inventory sheet and I will see what like symbols are to me. And then I will group them in categories. So for instance, in this box, and I even made a note, I have round on the left side, medical and tools. And on the right side, I have food and I have house. And for the house, this is household items. And so what I will do is I go through and I will put all the rounds together. So that one clearly is round, and then all of these pretty much look round. This one, I could have done it in several different ways, but looking at it, to me, that is round. So that's the first thing that I see when I'm doing this, and so I put that over there. Now, what I did for medical, some of these I do have to get creative. What I did for medical, so all these are round here. So I can put those up there just so you can take a look. Those are all rounds. And then below round, I have medical. And some of these, again, it's something that I had to kind of get creative on some of these because I had no other place to put them. So I saw this sign here. To me, that is a medical sign where it does have, in our hospital, it's in the US, sometimes it will have this cross here to note that there is a hospital that is going to be coming up soon. Did the same thing with that. This one, to me, this looks like weights, and in order to be medically or physically fit, which physical goes under medical, I put that there. So again, you have to get creative sometimes. This to me looks like a shot, and so I put that there. I also have headphones, and this could have gone under technology or could have gone under medical. My daughter is autistic, and when she was growing up, she did not like a lot of noise. She still doesn't, but she always had headphones on. And so now she doesn't want to wear the headphones, even though the noise bothers her sometimes. But that's why I put that under medical. And then the M is for medical. And then I don't know why this push pin ended up under medical, but it's there. So I just remember that's where it is. Then I have on the right hand side, I do have food, which is over here. And that I have like coffee and cups. I have an apple here, a couple of apples, a hamburger, ice cream. I have a trash can. Under house, this is like related to house improvements. So I have the paint rollers here. I have a key because you have to have a key to get into the house. I have the castle there because that is the exterior of a house. Let's see, I don't know why Pac-Man ended up there, but again, some of these things had to go somewhere. And then the same thing for this. It looks like an igloo to me. So igloo, house. And then a suitcase that could have gone underneath the household items, or it could have gone on under household improvements. So that's my first box. And also, if you see here, I have check marks, and that's in pencil. And so what I do is I will fill these up. They don't hold a lot. They hold enough. And sometimes I have plenty of room, and sometimes I don't. I like these bags I purchased from Amazon, and these are a little bit bigger than what I really need on some of these. But I will just put all of my drills that did not fit. I'll just grab one, it doesn't matter, over here. It does have the DMC number, which is 158. So whenever I am needing 158, and it has a check mark, wherever that is in here, then I will just pull it out of my bag. And then if that is the last bag, if I use it and get to throw my bag away, then I will be able to erase my check marks that's on here. So that is my system. That's the first box. And then here's another box. This one I have arrows, I have nature, and we have lines there. There was a lot more lines. The lines took up the whole right side. So for arrows, anything that had an arrow, and I have all my arrows together, and on some of these you have to really watch. To me, this was an umbrella, so I almost put that under household, but I thought, let's just go with arrow, because since it is technically an arrow, it might be easier. But I have all three of these together, actually 4. So I can see on here, and is this going to the right? Is it going down? So you have to really look at some of these. Some of the arrows too, I have one that's going down here, one that's left, and both of those are very similar colors. So you have to be careful with that. So I keep all those together. And then nature, I have like a clover here that's considered nature. To me, this looks like a cloud. The sun, I have a turtle, flowers, all that's nature. Fire, to me that looks like fire. So I have that. That to me looks like fireworks. So I have that under nature. And then over here, I have anything that's associated with lines. If I look at a symbol and I say, okay, I see lines first. So for instance, trying to find one that would make more sense. Let's go with this. This could have been underneath communication. It could have been in household because it's lines. To me, that's like a paper and you're writing on it. But it also has arrows. But the first thing that my eye goes to are the lines. And so that's why I put those underneath lines. But some of these you really do have to be creative, and it is all in your interpretation. So I have triangles on the left, anything associated with triangles, and then I have squares and then household. Now with triangles, anything that really is a triangle, that's not, there's some squares associated in here too, that I put at the top, and then down at the bottom, like here is a triangle, but you also have a round dot there, but I see the triangle first. And the same thing with this one, 3782, I see a triangle before I see the line, so I go with triangle. And then on this side with square and household, I have some of these that are squares should actually go over here that I had mixed up. But anyway, with this one also, is it a square or is it lines? I went with a square. This one, household, to me, this circle, it doesn't remind me of a circle or round. It reminds me of a clock, which takes me to household. And that reminds me of the communication. And then we have a washer, and we have a water faucet, water spigot. We have an outlet here. So you have to really just be creative on what you like to do, what works for you. This one, I have ABC 1, 2, 3, and I have transportation, technology, body parts, and communication. So with transportation, I even put a baby stroller under transportation, and to me, the triangles here, that reminds me of a sailboat, so I put that there. And then we have communication that's kind of mixed in with my transportation, but I know where everything is. I have a whistle under communication that, you know, if you are at a beach and the lifeguard starts whistling, you know something's wrong, and so that's under communication. Body parts, I have one to me that looks like an alien. I put that underneath body parts. I have hand here. I have a hat. I don't know why the U is there. So again, when I started realizing, oh, well, I missed one, I put it somewhere, just remembered where I put it. And then like I have a hat. Wasn't sure what to do with this hat. It reminded me of a birthday hat, and that reminded me of a body part because you put a hat on a head. So I put that there. And so that's just what I did. Now, some will go by color, and I tried that, and that did not work out for me. And I may try to do it again just to see if I'm going to like it, but I wouldn't do something like that in here. I would do it in like the bottle containers that I could move around, and that way if I did it and the color did not work for me, then I could go back to my way. More than likely, I'll just stick with this, especially when I work on my next Josephine wall, because that one I think is around 200 colors, maybe a little bit more, but I will definitely use this. I've gotten to where I am so used to these symbols, I know where everything is, and so I'm probably going to keep my symbols very similar to the way that I have it. And honestly, I'm ready to start kitting up my next one for my Josephine wall from Diamond Painting Deutschland, but I'm not going to because I have several other large ones that I need to work on first. So I may wait and do that towards the end of the year, or I may do it next year. But I am really itching to go ahead and get started. That's how much I love Diamond Painting Deutschlands. I know that some people don't like them. If you do not like confetti, if you do not like having to change out colors a lot, and if you do not like using a lot of colors, then Diamond Painting Deutschland may not be for you. But for me, it is one of my favorite companies. I would order all my paintings there, honestly, if I could. Next thing we're going to do, I'm sure you're waiting, anticipating. Last week we were having a draw, and that is for Angie Sparkle Addiction, and she has an amazing Etsy shop. I have several of her trays already, and I have another one that she's going to be working on, and so I'm drawing for that. I'm going to get my computer out, get that set up, and then I'm also going to let you know what our who our sponsor is for next week and what that is going to be. So stay tuned and I'll be right back. Paste the link in here. Oops. Paste the link from last week. I'm going to tell it to fetch. I'm also going to put a keyword filter in here, and that was color, C-O-L-O-R, and we're not going to allow duplicates, so now I'm going to click on continue. There were 36 comments from last week, so congratulations to Life and Yarn Tangled. Says, I just love all the color in the J-Wall canvases. Watching your progress has been fun and look forward to future updates. So thanks so much. I'm going to make this a little bit larger. So if this is you, please send me an email, or you can send me a message by Instagram or by Facebook, and I will get with you and you will be able to claim your prize from Angie. I'm now going to go back over into my video and we're going to go over a keyword and who the next sponsor is. So I'll be right back. I was so excited over our winner and also our new sponsor that I almost forgot to give you a keyword for the week. So let's go with happy, H-A-P-P-Y, all lowercase, and just put that word into a sentence, and then you will be all ready to go for next week's giveaway. As for next week, our sponsor is Bijou Bliss, and if you have not tried Bijou Bliss's trays, you are in for a treat. I have several of theirs, love the trays, and they have magnetic tops, and I just really enjoy the way that the trays are made. So that is going to be our sponsor for next week. And the owner of Bijou Bliss is extremely nice. I want to thank her so much for sponsoring. And I also want to thank Angie, who is also a co-host for our event. And she has, again, some amazing things in her shop. So make sure you also take a look at her shop and see if there's anything that you would like to purchase. I hope that you enjoyed this video. And hopefully, if you are working on Josephine Wall kit or any Max Color kit, or even thinking about going down that rabbit hole, I hope that this did help you. Let me know in the comments below if you have any hints or tips on how you kit up a large canvas or a Max Color canvas. Until next time, happy diamond painting. Bye.